Classic. Do you enjoy classical music? Or perhaps you're someone who loves classic cars? Maybe when you hear the word classic, your mind goes to books, artworks, or timeless masterpieces. But let me ask you something more direct. Which of these truly carries the real meaning of the word classic? Or better yet, when you hear this word, what is the first image that forms in your mind? This word is familiar to almost everyone. We hear it often. We use it without hesitation. But few people actually know its history, its weight, and the deeper layers of meaning it carries beneath the surface. Today, I want to take you beyond the surface of this ordinary word. Because classic is one of those terms that looks simple, but inside it hides something much more profound. Part 1, a brief look at the origins. The word classic comes from the Latin classicus, which originally referred to the upper classes of Roman society. It was used for those who were considered exemplary, the people who set the standard for others. But soon, this word moved beyond a social class label. It evolved into a cultural idea. In Roman literature, classic described works that were so exceptional, they no longer belonged only to their own time. They became reference points, standards by which later works were measured. Centuries later, during the European Renaissance, the word was revived with new depth. This time, it did not simply point to exemplary individuals, but to works and ideas that embodied balance, clarity, and above all, timelessness. Something that does not vanish with time, but stands outside of it. Part 2. Examples and contrasts. When we call something a classic car, we are not just describing its age. We're pointing to something whose design, character, and essence still hold value decades later. When we speak of classical music, we don't just mean old music. We mean melodies that have outlived their composers, their eras, their audiences, melodies that still speak to human beings today. Many things are old, but very few of them are classic. Something old simply belongs to the past. Something classic survives the past and continues to shape the present and future. Part 3. The philosophical core of classic. Classic is not just a cultural label. It is a position in time and a philosophical status. When something is called classic, it means it has resisted the erosion of time. It carries meaning beyond its original context, and it has become a standard, a fixed point by which other things are judged. A classic work isn't only good or memorable, it's something that grows in meaning as time passes. It reveals new layers when revisited. While everything else ages and fades, the classic remains, not as a relic, but as a reference. In this way, classic becomes not just part of history, but something that transcends history. In today's fast, noisy, and disposable culture, the word classic has been reduced to a synonym for old. But its real essence is not about age. Its real essence is about timelessness, about something so stable, so meaningful, that time itself bends around it. This is what separates a classic from everything else. While time consumes, the classic endures. Part 4. A final reflection. So let's return to where we began. Do you like classical music? Do you love classic cars? Do you read classic books? Maybe your answer hasn't changed, but your understanding has. Because classic doesn't simply mean old. It means lasting value. It means something that doesn't just live in the past, but continues to define the present. Classic means it doesn't age with time. Time ages around it. And in a world where everything is temporary, where things disappear as quickly as they appear, the classic stands like a silent anchor, a reminder that true value isn't created by time, it is proven by time.